Greetings everyone, please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Which is going. Twitter is going. YouTube is going. The Rumble is going. I pick the live chat windows and turn on the macros. Of course, the program used for macro has been bugging out. I don't know why. And oops, not command post. I did not want to pull up command and conquer. And time to go. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Find a replay. Not the one that starts 7 minutes, so we shall perhaps start with this one. Just make sure that raises a flag. And this one should be adequate enough. I should double check on my computer, the other computer. And that's all good over there. So looks like everything's good to go. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Cup Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the community defense doctrine. We have D-Locker, or D-Locker. Why did I say D-Locker? Ah, my brain's mush. And spawn on the top right side as red. So we got Massacre 99. You have some Ostrupen into Grenadier. That's an interesting build opener. Of course, Ostrupen are locked behind tier 1 along Grenadiers. They are very situationally not great. And of course, cons. Looks like a double comp engineer opener over here. Going for penal, so penals should be very effective. So, two unusual, less common build openers. You don't really see penal openers all too much anymore in 1v1s. And of course, you don't really see Ostrupen very much. So, a little bit uncommon fight, but that's perfectly fine. Uncommon, just not rare. When it comes to the Soviet doctrines, we have the Guard Motor Coordination Tactics, Shock Rifle Frontline, or Mechanized Support. Guards would be fine, though he's fighting against penals. Maybe Shock Troops would be a little bit better. IS-2, all the doctrines here are probably quite reasonable. Going for some basic wire there. Penals here, combat engineers here. Nice thing about double combat engineer opener, doesn't really slow down your capturing effort, and combat engineers are a decent combat squad. We do have now M3 on the build queue, which is less useful against Wehrmacht since they do basically start out with Panzerfaust if they go for tier 1. And we've got a second Ostrupen squad there. So it goes Ostrupen, Grenadier, Ostrupen. That's pretty unusual. Regular Grenadier is straightforward. Time just do get behind some heavy cover there, so they should do just fine. Penal squad advancing, not receiving any damage, so it doesn't really matter if they're behind cover or not. Falls back to heavy cover there, very good. Some of the Grenadier models are a little bit exposed. Pioneers pretty forward. Grenadiers are not getting hit at the moment. Pioneers are taking the damage there. Ostrupen needs to stop, catch, start pushing forward. Maybe right there allows them to get range the penals. Those has to be a little bit closer, so product's going right there. It's not a good idea to get that close towards penals. Commentators can get over the back of the M3, provide some decent all-range protection. Though heavy cover is better than garrison cover, so being right there is perfectly fine. Penal squad does fall back. Grenadiers may need to push forward, maybe to the tree stump there for some light cover. Not taking too much damage at the moment. Really not doing much damage at all. Over here we do have the combat engineers push forward. Looks like they force back an Ostrupen squad. This one, soft retreat. Wehrmacht mortar point of view, unusual, but not a necessarily bad idea. Though he's fighting against tier 1, so it's not super great. First mortar shot is going to hit the M3, or the, looks like it did splash the M3 quite nicely. You can try to charge it forward for Panzerfaust. Next mortar gets a decent splash hit there as well. Flamethrower now deployed in the field. And this next mortar, and that was actually a barrage order. All troops need to fall back. We've seen 2 penal squads there. Right now he's prone to being wiped out, even for hitting the retreat button. Raiders do fall back there. We saw the Pioneers booting that bunker there, likely for early med bunker. He has enough munitions for it. I just saw 60 munitions get subtracted, so med bunker likely on the build queue, or on the research queue. Upgrade panel, that's probably the best turn. Mortar needs to find the retreat button.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And building some wire there. Oh, and the Austrian squad did get picked off there. Wasn't paying full attention to it, but it was very likely. Did a good job running him down. Grenadier's getting healed on up. Could go for another Grenadier. Maybe he's going for battle phase. He has gone for battle phase 1, so he could go for some Panzer Grenadiers. No, maybe not a bad idea to go for a 2-2. We'll need his other Pioneer squad back. He's lost quite a bit of terrain. Penal squad decapturing the cutoff sector. We have another penal squad on the build queue. He is going for a squad of Panzer Grenadiers in return. He has the duck and cover bulletin. That seems a good time for a rifle grenade. Don't get inside the garrison. It's not a good garrison to fight from. He gets inside the garrison. He has 2 windows firing. Panzer Grenadiers just need to rotate it towards one window. They would win out, though the mortar would be so useful. And 3 push up north. The Austrian squad may go down. This comm engineer is upgraded nothing. Nothing to build queue as well. Comm engineers rifles are still pretty good though. I heard a landmine detonation, so maybe a flare mine somewhere. Or maybe I just heard mortar detonations in the distance. Asgard's push away forward, does get a nice little flank there. Penal squad does fall back there. Mortar ran a little bit short.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Flame engineer is booting some wire over here as well, doing a good job terror escaping. So the player has decent fuel reserve, no tier 3 built just yet. And the Wehrmacht player has, of course, battle phase 1, could go for tier 2, has built tier 2, may need an eye for pack 40 relatively soon, but right now, maybe not so much. Does force back the Pioneers there.
I suppose you have orders.
Does pick off a model there immediately. Austrian have pretty bad target size. Going for another mortar, that's not very good. He's fighting against mobile units such as the penal. And so the extra mortar is going to not be super great. I will understand 2-2. It'll force some penals going for PTRSs, which will be actually a net negative for the penals.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Mortar. Range too far.
The territory is out of contact.
Double mortar is honestly more of a 2v2 or team game. 2v2 and 3v3. Mortar gets a pretty good shot there on that penal squad. He may want to fall back hit a little bit early, even now. Just get a healed on up. We've got tier 3 now being built. Has enough fuel for a T-70. T-70 can now be summoned. Close range mortars were pretty accurate. Falls back with all the models still alive. Just take a bit of time to heal on up, but we will preserve all that manpower. Smokes out at that point there. Not a bad idea. Not really needed though. More wire being built. Pioneer squad does fall back there. 2-2 push right forward. Needs prioritized fire turned on. Gets a bit of damage there on that M3. 2-2 needs to keep on pushing forward. Does have to be careful about any landmines. Overdrive activated. Needs another auto cam burst. not properly pursuing, so the M3 will escape on out of there. Grenadiers right there getting hit by Penal and Combat Engineer. Penal Squad not getting hit. Combat Engineers do fall back nice and early due to rotating around there. Grenadiers getting ripped apart. T-70 now push away forward. No Pack 40 being on the build queue yet for the Verwalk player. And not the Penal Squad push away forward. Mortars ran a little bit short, and I can open a shrink nearby. My apologies. T-70 pushing forward, does get a shot on the Panzergunners with Panzerstrucks. Is going for Pack 40 as well, so you will have an adequate amount of AT. Mortar, if it barrages a light cover, that'd be great for the Wehrmacht player. If it doesn't, that'd be great for the Soviet player. Do now have the Pioneers taking a bit of damage there. Pioneers will have a bit of smoke there. He can probably back off into it to avoid any additional damage. Penal Squad does evacuate the garrison. Mortar a little bit exposed. May need to fall back there. Still barraging smoke rather than high explosive. Missed a little bit there. That mortar does fall back. Panzergrenadiers and Panzerstrucks push forward. Need hide the heavy cover behind the tractor. Charging forward for a bundle grenade. Or not. I thought he was going for it. He ran out of munitions all of a sudden. Panzergrenadiers took a bit of damage there, starting to fall back there. We have some guards of PTRSs now blowing the field. Panzergrenadiers need to fall back. They do fall back. Good splashes on the Panzergrenadiers, not Panzergrenadiers, Penals. Force them back nice and early so we'll get that health recovered. Flamer car moving around. Don't see any landmines for the Soviet player. Has 100 munitions, so he's probably spent some munitions somewhere. Some on the Penal PTRS, some on the flamethrower. We do have a landmine there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And right now, Shupin does get forced back there. Good chance they get wiped on out. Yeah, no, not even close. There's even a landmine there, which they did not find. Flamer Pioneers pushing forward, immolating the guards. Guards throw a grenade on top of the Penals, or Panzergrenadiers, do take a fair amount of damage there. Guards need to fall back sooner rather than later, try and plink down the 2-2. Guards take some damage on palm retreat. It looks like he will escape out with 3 of them.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Throws out bundle grenade. Ooh, good amount of damage there. But does fall back. Keeps all the guys alive, so will not bleed any manpower. T-70 coming for a bit of a drive-by, hitting that Panzergrenadier. Trade mortar could take out some of these landmines. Gotta be careful where he's traveling.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Engineer building another landmine over here, declaring that land as mined. At the current rate, he probably should have got the landmines build faster or cheaper Bolton. Or why not both? T-70 pushing forward does find the mortar and crush some of the wire. Mortar falling him back. M3 pushing forward with the flamethrower. Grenadiers just immediately falls back. No LMG upgrade onto them just yet. The Wehrmacht player has not been maintaining great income. The Soviet player has enough for Tier 4 and a T-34 76, which would be a better option than T-34 85 at the moment. Cheaper and more effective versus infantry, in my opinion. Flame Engineers or Pioneers pushing forward. Good mortar hit them the Penals. And the flamethrower was not a move forward, so he just took a lot of free damage there. Panzerstrucks will have a bit of trouble versus the Penal squad since they only have 2 STGs. So he has to just rely on the mortar support. Panzergrenadiers falling back. Do have the Blitz, the Combined Arms Aura passive. Austrian straight forward. Austrian will not be able to do much. The behind light cover was a heavy cover. Have to slowly light on the mortars. Panzergrenadiers straight forward. I think they're going. Yep, throws upon a grenade. Does fall back in time.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Austrian does fall back there. T-70 does take a bit of a splash hit there from the mortar. Pack 40, it's been out in the field quite some time. Doesn't look like a zero experience the entire time. It has gotten off with 0 shots. And do now have a Katyusha on the build queue. That's probably not a bad idea versus the double mortars. Yeah, I can see that. Well, I think T-476 may be a little bit better. Katyusha will probably be just fine. Great mortar hit on those guards. Fall. Ooh. We do have a barrage order, that's why it was accurate. Yep, if they didn't retreat back, that mortar would have wiped out that squad. Building some tank traps. Now a trench now being built. Grenadiers do take a bit of damage. Smoke over here. Grenadiers taking a bit of damage there.
We have 200 points remaining.
T-70 push right forward.
The enemy is attempting to
And do now
steal our
have
sector.
the M3 there. Good pen there onto the T-70. We have now Katyusha rocket barrage running on in. Gets good hit there. It does take out the mortar. We have the Austrian falling on back, flamethrowing, immolating the penals.
We are losing a sector.
Mortar over here could get a tight close range shot. If it lands right in the middle of the formation, it could wipe it out. It's pretty wounded. I feel this mortar's gonna be deadly. He does move out the way. Oh, if he didn't move, that would have been deadly. My premonition, the accuracy was just right where I thought it would land. That would have been a squad wipe if he hadn't moved at the last moment. Panzergrenadiers soft retreating back to the mid bunker. Might as well hard retreat at that point in time. Let's see, the Wehrmacht player has finally researched Battle Phase 2. Nowhere near enough fuel for a Panzer IV. Needs at this point in time Panzer IV or Stug. Oh, an Ostwood wouldn't be terrible at this exact moment. Just would be terrible in the near future. And the Wehrmacht player does surrender. That was a very well played game by the Soviets. And I do believe the Osttroopen just weren't very good, and the mortar deployments were also not very good as well. This is Grade saying, keep watching, and on to the next replay. Let's go on to a 2v2 next. I do know one thing, the daylight saving's still kicking my butt. I just can't change my sleep schedule. I maintain the same sleep schedule, so it's getting to the point at the point of day where I sort of get drowsy. That seems reasonable. 4 different factions, 2v2, max rate, ranked. Max rank does not necessarily guaranteed skill, just may give an indication of lack of skill if it's too low. That was my hand hitting my desk. Ow. I was taking a drink and then smack. Greetings everyone, and Grid here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. On the right side as the blue US forces, we got Might Be the Meow Gamer, who's immediately selected the Recon Support Company. Spawn says Yellow UK Ally. We have Might Be Kazakh, allegedly. And spawns the Magenta Austere player. We do have Sashu Zawiruka. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Zawiruka. Butcher that name well enough. As well as the red OKW player, we've got Alfredo. We do have the Tactical Support Regiment as well, which is actually not too common doctrine to see nowadays. We got the raid section support in the field. Oh, that's the infantry section. Here's the raid section. So, and Magenta's also selected a doctrine, Mechanized Assault Doctrine. So we've got a squad of Assault Grenadiers. Assault Grenadiers, it's a little bit open for Assault Grenadiers. It's not a squad you should mass up. 2, I think, is the absolute most you should deploy out on the field. Up north, we got the Shroom Pioneers took a bit of damage there from the Rifleman squad. Rifle squad appears to have taken like 1 point of damage. But I think the Shroom Pioneers do like 2 or 3 damage per bullet, so probably about that much. Kubwagen does put some bullets into the Rifleman as well. Magenta does go for second squad of Assault Grenadiers. I say don't go any more than that. It's better to go for a second MG42. This map's way too far open. We do have the IR Pathfinders who have been in trouble with the Kubwagen. So the carbines do have a bit of rate of fire there, so doing some decent damage there, but does take a fair amount of damage return. Rear squad does get off the munitions sector, gets back on the munitions sector. Down south, do have the MG42 engaging Slit Trench. It looks like the Slit Trench, and it's... I could have sworn that would have been in range. That seems like it would be in range. Does get hit there. Vickers sets on up and make it AoE suppressed, but he does inside the Slit Trench there, reasonably enough. Intersection could be behind the heavy cover there. You do have better suppression recovery based on what cover. Better recover, better recovery, suppression recovery. Assault Grenadiers get inside the garrison. Get some danger. We'll have a bit of trouble at long range versus these two the Assault Grenadiers, but let's pop it out. A pretty decent distance there. And it does get some great danger, so excellent micro there. Though the Assault Grenadiers take a bit of damage there, this one will need to fall back sooner or later. We do have the raid section on the field. H42 does get a burst on the raid section. Vickers falls back. So far, Magenta's done very well with the Assault Grenadiers. Does go for third squad. I disagree with that. But I will not deny he's doing quite well with these two. We do now have the IR Pathfinder severely wounded. They need an ambulance, and it is for him and not for his opponent. Volkswagens were not in any cover there, so they still got ripped apart there. IR Pathfinders did not try to drop any models there, so was probably hitting the wrong squad. And with the wounded Volksgrenadiers, the scope rifle could pick off some units. Guard squad close to the Panzer, so he's getting some good damage there. And now got the IR Pathfinder does get a snipe shot there. IR Pathfinders also vet way too quickly, in my opinion. And the IR Pathfinders just hanging on just long enough. The IR Pathfinder took more damage there, has even less health. Still has those same 3 models alive though. But very prone to being wiped out now. Captain deployed on the field. He does have a Thompson spoiled out his squad. Raid section does throw a Molotov. Multiple raid sections on the field. Now a squad raid section now on the build queue, or has been deployed on field.
Heavy truck, ready
Grab squad pursuing the Volksgrenadiers. IR Pathfinders actually is moving enough to be pursued. And Assault Grenadiers sprint the way forward. Gets one model there. Volley fire there. Trying to save the IR Pathfinder. It does get wiped out there. Yeah, the IR Pathfinder, he just now got the ambulance rolling into the front line, or back line now. Both, that was a very good IR Pathfinder. Probably not really worth it getting another one just yet. Could go for one now. May just save it for the Greyhound. He has a captain on the field, so he probably will be going to Greyhound, since Greyhound Stewart's not available for this tech path. Our squad does fall back, captain getting hit. I mentioned this ability is also pretty nice as well. You get your pack howitzer and a paratrooper with additional upgrades, or can be upgraded with additional assets, and can lay down landmines. Also, I'm about to sneeze. My apologies. Nope. Thank you for the raid, 3ender990. Welcome to the stream. Molotov thrown does go ahead and void it. New section behind some heavy cover there. Vickers packed up from heavy cover. Raid section heading down south. Paula trying to stop the assault grenadiers. MG42 probably eyeing for a bit of light cover there. New section may need to reposition because I think this may cause a bit of suppression received. That also can receive a bit of suppression. Raid section here. Assault grenadiers taking a bit of damage there. Throws the assault grenades in the middle for the formation and completely miss everything. Your section does take a bit of damage there. Vickers in a covering position. Does get inside the slit trench there. And the Vickers will be flanked. He could sprint to make sure the sprint flanking is a little bit more successful. Oh, we've also got the 250 half track. 250/1 half track. An excellent vehicle. Though it does come loaded with Panzer Grenadiers, greatly inflating its cost and usefulness. I just prefer the German mechanized version where you just get the vehicle standalone. Very handy. Raid sections do fall back from the flak half track. The 250 half track does give it a drive-by. Oh, and there is the AEC Mark III. The Mark II has the 6-pounder, at least historically. That does not exist in game. And the M15 push way forward. 30 cal does take it out there. M19 could reverse a little bit farther forward. Rolls a miss there. Volksgrenadiers looks like eyeing for Panzerfaust. Does get suppressed there. Panzerfaust is firing. Connects. Damage the engine. Panzergrenadiers falling him back there. Nothing going on over here. We got these assault grenadiers behind the line. Can't do much versus the AEC.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Raids or infrastructure straight forward. M242 here. Inside the slit trench is will not provide a good angle. Black half track push way forward. Does take up the half track there. And does load the Panzer Grenadiers with some Panzer Shreks. Probably trying to use it to take out the light vehicle, such as the M15, so successful there. Could try to use the hunt down the AEC next. M242 falls back. Raid sections may have got a good flank there. May get wiped out here. Good amount of damage onto that squad. Here comes the half track. Does get double tapped on the AEC. Pioneers need to fall back. Assault Grenadiers throwing assault grenades. Assault Grenadiers throws a pair of grenades. Volksgrenadiers will fall back. Captain push way forward. And the raid section does take a bit amount of damage there. AC does get pinned onto the 250. His Pioneer is back at home, getting healed on up, so repair is not going to really be possible. Good dismount. Vickenwerfer rolls a miss there. That's MG34 right there. For some reason I thought it was a demolition charge at first. Let's just say I have a lot of PTSD from the Soviet demolition charges there. Greyhound deployed on the field. Gets a pen there. Black half-track rolls a bounce there, and since it's packed on up, it can't really run. 50 cal gains some rear armor shots there. Throws out some smoke there, gets distracted. No prioritized fire on the Greyhound. Does get a pen there. And does take it out there. Nice force fire ground there. Volkswageners maybe trying to go for a Panzerfaust. Looks like he was unsuccessful though. And the Volkswageners do fall back. Instead of Vickenwerfer and Assault Grenadiers. Good amount of raid sections using the medical supplies from the infantry section. Does he not have no medic squad? So that is his medic. There may be nope. There's no forward HQ or forward assembly. As Lewis falls on back, got Volkswageners and the Sturm Pioneers here. Does close the distance, but the Panzer will reduce his damage output. No stun grenade being thrown up by the Sturm Pioneers. Greyhound may want to be careful on the Sturm Pioneer. Sure, it only has 2 models left, but still have to worry about the Panzerfaust. Does take a pen there. And it looks like he doesn't need to worry about the Sturm Pioneers all too much now. Does have access to the M83 cluster bombs. AC does get double tapped there. Needs to fall back, get some repairs. And we've got some 6-man squad upgrades for the Assault Grenadiers being deployed on the field as well. Something being power dropped on in. Cluster munitions. Looks like it does get avoided. Greyhound does take a pen there, but simply just fall back and get it repaired. Fire squad not be really finding any cover. Some guys are in cover. Dismounts for some repairs now. Fire squad and captain push way forward as well. And we do not have the air resupply operations being summoned somewhere around here. The medical supplies actually will be useful since he does not have a medic. The medical supplies is the same as the what's called Luftwaffe supply doctrine. What's it called again for the Wehrmacht? 3 medical supplies with combat temporary buffs. Greyhound mostly repaired. Open slots on the build queue for red. Assault Grenadiers engaged with Captain who has both the Thompson and bar firing. So officer push forward, getting some damage there onto the Assault Grenadiers. Oh, Stug E deployed on the field. A dirt cheap Stug, which is not great. More closer to the OK department. Not a big fan of it, but it is dirt cheap. You get what you pay for. 6-pounder does connect on the Stug. And again there. Stug can get one more shot off before it needs to fall back. And may still be wiped out there. 250 half-track does get its gunner killed. Setting up the M1AT gun. And does not get a hit there. That may have been forced by the ground there. Mortar gets a good shot there. Takes a pen there, needs to fall on back. That 6-pounder and mortars falling from the air resupply operation. Assault Grenadiers managed to barely escape on with there.
We are losing a sector.
Raid sections hitting that Pioneer. Good shot there by the Stug, who still needs severe repairs. Up north, 250 half-track getting repaired on up. Pantrack staying inside. Greyhound does take a bit of damage there. Does get one pen there from Pantrack. Cluster munitions may actually hit his own Greyhound a little bit. Which does damage the engine. Temporary engine crit. Volkswageners trying to get past himself. Another shot onto the Greyhound for something. And now he's in Panzerfaust raid. Just go for the Panzerfaust. Just get the kill. Oh, Pantrack got the kill. It's best to use a 25 munitions. Wait,
Enemy is taking our
that was
territory.
not the same Greyhound, was it? IR Pathfinders got redeployed.
We lost
AT gun does get decrewed. Captain falling on back. No mage on the build queue just yet. We got now the assault grenadiers take a bit of damage from multiple sources and suppressed. We do have now the 250 half track straight forward. Does to get a double tap there, very nice. Does take a pen in return.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Get eyes on target.
Oh! Grenade there from the Panzer Cruisers got a squad wipe, and that was.
Our capture point is being
Looks like a raid section went down there. One pen there on the Greyhound.
have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
Assassin pushing up north. We'll have a bit of trouble versus the Greyhound. We may see a bunker grenade. Nope, no bunker grenade from the Assassin. Instead of here, I got the MG42 set on up there. Intersection inside the slit trench. Got a 81mm mortar there. The raid section here needs some medic supplies as well. We do have some more. All the medical supplies still exist, which is still all usable. Particularly if you don't have medics.
Area's ours.
Here's Stug firing somewhere. Slit trench is almost destroyed. That mortar actually may destroy the slit trench. Oh, wait, that's. I'm used to being Wehrmacht mortars rather than British mortars. I'm an idiot. Landmine here does get swept, just needs to actually be cleaned on up. Volkswagen getting suppressed. Looking to work for a push forwards, trying to eye a shot there. Don't know if there's an angle there. Looks like there's no angle there.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
Force fires the ground there, unsuccessful. Stug smokes out the mortar, very nice. Assault grenadiers can rip apart.
They're sniffing around our asses. Tactical
Oh, we got a 17 pounder there. Does cancel it. Those light artillery barrage been brought in, and assault grenades to follow up with it. Good cancel there. It's got a, I think, full refund there. If not, 99% refund.
capture point.
Mortar does connect onto the AC. Gets good damage there. That may be the light artillery. Does take out the assault grenadiers there. And I think that was a landmine there.
Grenadier squad is ready.
Push way forward. One pantry misses. Panzer grenadiers right there. Needs also a bit of reinforcement. Maybe a bit of healing while at it. Oh, Okinawa Panzer 4 already half down half itself. AT gun does get decrewed. Maybe take time to destroy the AT gun, but we do also have AT gun with saber rounds already loaded. Gets a pen there. 3, 2, 1, fire. And rolls a miss there. The M3 AT gun has around a 3-second reload rate, so it is highly lethal. Just missing out on penetration. Volkswagen get efficiency 5. Volkswagen is here engaging the captain. Yellow goes for something big. We do have a Cromwell. AC trying to hit the Stug. Stug gets a pen there. Does have access to target or weak point, or heat shells, I should say.
Down to 200 points.
Now this may be time for heat shells. Let's take out the EEC there. Very nice. Heat shells being utilized. Gets the vision block crit. Hand tracks straight forward. Does one shot there. AC or Stug needs to start falling back. Hard Eyes Fire turned on. Dismounts the Panzer Grenadiers. Decent reinforcement. It does have enough to send the 250 half track for reinforcements. Oh, butterfly bombs summoned. Or should I say the cluster munitions? Same difference.
Enemy has killed the machine
Butterfly
gun.
bombs are also landmines, so perhaps not.
You have a tiger to deploy.
Tiger tanks not available. I forgot to mention the red's gone for breakthrough. A Yag Tiger could be quite nice, eventually.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Obsassin and Volkswagen pushing forward.
We are losing a sector.
Captain here with our Pathfinders. Obsassin can't do much versus the Greyhound, though the Panzer IV can. And Magenta has got his Tiger tank on the field now. Good hit there. Raid section does fall back. Also, Grenadiers straight forward. Obsassin does take a shot there. Oh, Blair was fired off there, probably from the Panzer Fusilier. Panzer IV reversing on in. Down south, got Assault Grenadiers getting hit by the Vickers.
Enemy is attempting to
Heard something about enemy MG, I'm not sure what that meant. Panzer Fusiliers firing away. Mortar tried to hit the Assault Grenadiers. Up north got French will smoke there. Panzer IV firing away. No contest for his region. Now got the Stug E pushing way forward. Rolls a miss on that MG. And there's a landmine right there, which he swept earlier. And we'll find it again. 250 half track does go down there. Drops a pan track on retreat, so you can pick that up with another squad or pick up the same squad. Tiger tank taking severe damage there. Double 600 push forward. Cromwell has part of his fire turned on. Still has enough health to take 4 hits to kill it. Enough in the region to really stop other than the heat shells from the Stuggy. He's going for the Stug heat shells. Having trouble with the tracking. Gets the shot off there. Stay behind the building there for now. 2 shots and the Cromwell's going dead. And decides to just fall back in the corner. There's a lot of room down here for the work with. Not much this area gets utilized. At least in combat. Rolls a miss there.
to 100 points.
Assassin push away forward, gets some damage there on the Pathfinders.
Enemy forces are securing our
Gets a pen there on the Greyhound. As we're taking some more hits there, more cluster missions over here. Splashes the lag a little bit. Assassin's starting to fall back.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
The Sheer Pen support is right there. Got those squads falling back now. The Assault Grenadier there may need to fall back as well. It does fall back, it's going to get hits by the Vickers. Smoke barrage there, very nice. Greyhound getting repaired on up. A fresh squad of IR Pathfinders now deployed on the field. Not enough munitions for the artillery barrage. Does have enough for the decoy barrage. We have a Scot deployed on the field by the US player. Folks in there to throw in senior grenade. Panzer IV does take a pen there. One more pen and Sun 4 does go for take aim. Did take a go for take aim, but just simply got smoked down and did not force by the ground. Volkswagen got hit pretty hard there by the Scott. Yeah, they're M8. We got M8 and M8A1. Greyhound goes down.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Taking a bit of damage there. Obusasan slowly whittled down. IR Pathfinder's on the flank. Panzer is pretty forward. Throws a fragmentation grenade on this one here. That's not worth it. Panzer start falling back. They do. So does Panzer, so no squad wipe, looks like. Cromwell here. We got the Tiger Tank straight forward. It got some sort of artillery being brought in it. It could be light artillery barrage. It could be light artillery barrage. Means a bit damage on everything. So grenades straight forward. We do also have the Firefly over here getting hit by some pan trucks. Cromwell straight forward. Try to go for some crushes there unsuccessfully. Acting has prioritized fire turned on. Pentrix getting corralled a little bit there. Good pen there. One more Pentrix is done for. Does take it out there. It's pen there in the Tiger Tank, or not Tiger Tank, onto the Firefly. Pentrix also fired a shot there. Those are both of them hit. One more shot and that Firefly should be done for. Has hold fire turned on. Sherman tank on the build queue. We do have another cluster munitions being summoned. And looks like Panzer IV will find it, and does find an AT gun as well. Which does not go for Panzer Warfare. You know, Panzer Warfare not entirely that bad. I think a burn bar may be a little bit better. Panzer Warfare's not a bad option though. He has plenty. He has plenty of anything at the moment. He's only fighting against a single Firefly. One target tank should be plenty for the moment. The British player right now probably should go for maybe another Firefly, maybe more Cromwells. Hard to say. Fun grenade throw, or a fragile smoke grenade, I should say. Captain does fall back. Obusasan severely wounded. Smoke rounds that hit the Panzer IV. Sherman tank straight forward with armor piercing rounds loaded. Panzer IV, 2 shots in the pens is done for. Back make bullets. One person may have the British player may have backed out of the game, but it seems a little bit abrupt. The Allies don't have too many VPs at the moment. Does take out the Panzer IV. Everything heading up north. And his teammate has surrendered. The Zangrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need the restroom, so I'm going to take time, restart the game, and then use the restroom as it's booting back up. Please give me a moment.
Sega.
My apologies, I am back. On to another 2v2. Let's see. Having trouble hitting buttons today. So blame daylight savings. I hate daylight savings. We should abolish daylight savings. Greetings everyone, and Great here, and with another couple heroes to replace. Well, on the south side as the blue Soviets, we've got Billy, Soviet. Spawn as the yellow USF player, we've got Omni Guy. Spawn's the red Grand Offensive Doctrine, we got Jonathan, number 10. And Spawn as the magenta OKW player, who has gone for the Overwatch Doctrine, got Ay Caramba, which I think is a Simpsons reference. Assuming if I'm pronouncing that right and reading that right. Because let's be frank, I don't really think I've seen that actually written out all too often. To be fair, I should be I-A-Y-E, right? You know, I have no idea the more I think about it. US player 1 can go for Airborne Company, Recon Support, or Infantry Company. Soviet player number 2 can go for Soviet Combined Arms, Armor Assault, or Advanced Warfare Tactics.
Engineers have secured the sector.
Capture some of these sectors over there. And our Shroom Pioneers capture that point. Conscripts inside the garrison. There's only 2 on the side, so it's not a great garrison for conscripts. Heavy cover there should be pretty nice. And having 2 conscripts charging forward against the Shroom Pioneers is also pretty nice.
Conscripts at our disposal.
Shroom Pioneers laying in some more wire there. Very nice. As Fusiliers could decapture or getting behind heavy cover there, just not necessarily capturing the cutoff, so they're just trying to make sure it doesn't get captured, which is perfectly fine. Looks like only 1 rifleman model is actually firing, and looks like I think 4 of the 5 there are firing there as well, so that's good engagement for red. Engineers moving around, could flank the Shroom Pioneers, but with the Kuvog and Shroom Pioneers there, that Engineer is not really long for this world. Conscripts heading up north, however, to engage. Getting some damage there. Engineers going to be reinforced by some conscripts soon. You've also got a Volkswagen here, just heading to heavy cover there. He needs to focus on the Shroom Pioneer first, that's for sure. Focus on the Shroom Pioneers. Charging him a little bit. There's the conscript squad is getting focused down first. Got another conscript push its way forward as well. That conscript squad does fall back. Shroom Pioneers falling back. He probably won't get the wipe there, so probably best let's just... Oh, does get the wipe there. Never mind. I was going to say just let him go. Focus on the Volkswageners, but a very good wipe there. Also makes it so this Kuvagen has no source of repair, so he's not only took out 1 unit, he effectively knocked out a 2nd as well. Conscript squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Be dangerous to go for Mercer, because it may just lose the whole squad if it just drops more muddle. Volkswageners need to start falling back. Going for another Volkswageners. Push both these squads forward. Kuvagen's not really healthy them as well. For now, either of these conscripts. Fresh Volkswageners here. Fresh conscripts just need to get behind heavy cover and be just fine. Falls back to that 1 squad there. As he's charging forward. Falls up the other one. Kuvagen could try a bit of flanking shots there. Just try to get some damage done. Volkswagens may not necessarily win the fight, but neither will the Soviet player. Oscar squad does fall back. Kuvok can start taking on to capture that fuel sector. Over here, got the Pathfinder wounded. Looks he's gone for the airborne company. Board medical supplies. I don't think that's a good idea. US supplies going to find ambulance, but there's some medical supplies he can quickly claim over there. Shun Pioneers falls back. He's going to grab both the rest of those charges. Yes, he just grabbed both those charges there. Yep, probably should just deploy that back at home.
Heavy machine gun Cooper ready for action.
Battle Group HQ here either way, so he'll have access to medics, but he doesn't have enough manpower for adequate reinforcing. Folks near capturing that sector there. Kuvagan captured the northern sector. Maybe find his teammates Sturm Pioneers are back here and ask for some repairs. Asks nicely. Just make sure you say the magic word. Pistachios. We have now the Volkswagens push some heavy cover there. My super squad here could provide some support, won't provide much support. There's triple Volkswagens behind heavy cover there. Gonna need a Molotov or two to clear that out. Half track here. Going for Battle Group HQ.
Begin conversion.
Do now the radio antenna now deployed on the field.
Ready.
Inlet has his medical aura up. Of course, that radio antenna is not a forward retreat point. It's not the Major's radio antenna. MG34 does suppress down those conscripts. IR path or regular pathfinders on the flank. One window here, RAF squad flanking the MG34. Conscripts could start taking shots at the MG34, falling back this direction. Panzerfusiliers fall back, but quite a bit of RAF squads there. Does fund the lag and two more Panzerfusiliers. Heavy cover, good idea. Captain does not accept the garrison. He does have extra frag grenades here. He may pull one out the last moment. Lag taking a shot here. Misses the captain, range a little bit far. Goes for a grenade there, gets a good hit. Pioneers is trying to get inside the garrison now. Conscripts falling him back. These Volkswagens are taking a bit of a beating. This other Conscript squad is pretty healthy at the moment. Reaction squad providing some flanking firepower. And also the Pathfinder does get suppressed by the MG34. Self retreats back to the ambulance, and the captain and rifle squad both needs that healing. That rear squad as well. Shun Pioneers will spot it and interrupts the healing. And that Shun Pioneer overall just got ripped apart. Pathfinders fall back to some heavy cover. With the captain on the field, he may want to go for a pack howitzer. A very good asset. Lag firing away.
57mm AT gun now deployable by air.
Reaction squad about gets wiped on out.
Line just got cut off.
Over here, do have another conscripts engaging the Kuwagan, forcing him back. Volkswagens moving around. Conscript has some light cover. More advanced forward. Let's see. It's the M1 AT gun here. Nothing else at the moment. He is dropping in some paratroopers. Maybe they're flanking the MG. Nope, they're being a safe deployment. I thought we were actually going to see flanking paratroopers.
Airborne on the ground.
Kuvagan takes a pretty big volley there.
Ready for orders.
Down to pretty much no health. One more bullet should be able to take it out. One more pending bullet, I should say. Definitely need to ask his teammate to repair it up with Shun Pioneers. Virginia does go for a squad of Jaeger Light Infantry now. RAF squad getting suppressed by the MG34. Oscar Spare to take a bit of damage. Quad half-track deployed by the Soviet player gains a good AoE suppression.
The command half-track has been converted to the headquarters building.
Paratroopers pushing the way forward. Those find the MG-34. Pathfinders on the flank. Raft squad pinned down or suppressed. Captain and Pathfinders finds the fire support. Looks like got maybe double lag there, or maybe did the high and low angle shot. Does have double lag on the field. Nails the Raft squad once and twice. Lay down some flare mines. Excellent ability. So the Soviet player has advanced to the next tech tier and also selected doctrine. You have the somewhat rare Soviet combined arms army. Gives access to recon and precision overflight, as well as the precision bombing strike. So you can use it to spot and bomb the potential left 18s, or among other things. Usually you do have access to guards, stealth AT guns. Overall, pretty nice mixed doctrine. Nothing spectacular, but nothing terrible. You do have access to ML20. That's probably the weakest thing about the doctrine. I can never really make ML20s work. I can make left 18s work. I can never really make ML20s, but I think it's because the ML20s usually have to hit squads smaller than the left 18, because it's easier to hit 6-man and 5-man squads as opposed to 4 and 5.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. Fresh Guards troops are standing by.
You got infantry are sprinting way forward. However, they're not the scavenge doctrine, the superior version of them. They don't have access to infiltration grenades.
Getting Werfer ready.
All these units are slowly picking away at these units. Quad half-track firing away as well, ripping apart the truck. It is, of course, the meat grinder, but that is not made out of meat yet. Jaeger infantry does get suppressed there as they probably chase the birdie a little bit too much. Does force them back there, though the consort squad's not exactly healthy at the moment either. Rifle squad advancing some heavy cover there. Flags do find some line sight blockers though. Bear in mind, I sound like just got tripped. Our squad firing away against the Fusiliers. You have now Thompson paratroopers there. Usually in 1919 is the default because they're just generally just superior. But the Thompsons can be very nice with their tactical assault ability. It's the same as the Stormtroopers' tactical assault ability. Captain throws out a smoke grenade there onto the MG. Very nice. And do have good damage on the Pathfinders. Throws a frag grenade there, rolls a miss. Ooh, good hit there on the paratroopers. The rule of 2 being very effective there. Panzer authorization has been authorized. I thought I saw something queuing up. He may have canceled it. Best save for Panzer IV right now. He has plenty of infantry on the field. Or anti-infantry. Does not need Obsassin. One's going for M1AT guns. Conscript here may get overran. And the Kupov is still alive. Molotov thrown there. Gains good damage. Quad half-track firing away. Guards here. Does have DPs. Looks like, sounds like another flare mine may have been detonated. I think he may have burned it down with his Molotov. Eagle infantry push forward. Lags moving around. MG34 and Panzerfusiliers heading to the center of the map, or the Panzerfusiliers are setting up northwards. Right now, do have more fuel income for the allies. Both the players now have enough fuel for the Panzer IV. Red queues up his. Magenta has not queued up his. Grenade's been thrown. Starting to fall back there. Does get suppressed. We do have a Soviet landmine there. Finds a flare mine there for the Jaeger light infantry. And now got the paratroops getting pinned down. Conscripts in a building that's a little bit too warm. And it doesn't have to worry about winter at least. Panzerfusiliers starting to get suppressed by the quad half track. Over here, double M180 gun has saber rounds loaded. That's not a good idea. Saber rounds have just increased the penetration, does not increase damage, and I don't think it can bounce on the sheer panzer quarters. Did take it out there thanks to the spotting of the Pathfinders, but the saber rounds was not needed. It's not the Jackson's HEVAP. Scoffed on the build queue for the US player going standard airborne Scots. Though it doesn't really have bar finders in mass numbers. The decal emplacement firing away, getting some suppression. Looking at for trying to retaliate though, but looks like out of range. Light's getting some good damage here. They're a little bit too static at the moment. As for push way forward, does take at least a pen. Anti-gravity grenade looks like it was fired but too early. Paratroopers push way forward. I think this would be a good time for major artillery, but it does get out of there. Panzer force trying to fall back. Up north, conscripts force back the Volksgrenadiers. Pathfinders do fall back. Our squad's gonna get hit by the Panzerfusiliers a little bit there. Pathfinders here has hold fire turned on. Does gonna get a pen there. Rescue one, so that has access to the much more powerful take aim ability. Holds a balance there though. Grenade's been thrown there. Pathfinders do fall back. Eats the grenade pretty hard. Guess this one at this point in time may want to fall back. Does activate volley fire. Makes him a bit more vulnerable though. And getting ripped apart immediately. Scott push way forward. Good damage there on the quad. Conscript taking some damage there. Does get wiped out. T-34 76 on the field. Does take a 10 pen there from the Panzer, from the Kettenwerfer. Hold fire ground there. Hold ground, I should say. This gun does roll a bounce there, so is unable to get the kill there on the Panzer IV. So the T-34 looks like largely thrown away. Conscripts getting ripped apart there. At this point in time, Blue Mist may need an eye for a Su-85. He has no fuel for ML-20, but I don't think that would be super great. Wouldn't be half bad against this player, though, with the static weapons. He has two MG-34s. If I can click on them. Two MG-34s, two Kettenwerfers, two Light. So ML-20 would be good against his teammate's opponent, but against his current opponent, he does have not too many static weapons, or just a static weapon. Artillery barrage, this shot may be better. No, it was not.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
There's a frag grenade there. I'm sending a grenade onto the guards. Let's take a bit of damage there.
Commander abilities.
He's also negative cover. Does throw a frag grenade there on the retreat path. And does retreat nice and light. Paratroopers did have the tactical assault activated there. Does a frag. MG does eat a little bit of there. Shooting Pioneers there. Panzer IV is at full health. Push way forward. Upgraded the Panzer Commander. Does take a pen. And red or magenta does bring in the second assault. Red has enough for some Panzer artillery. First strafing run hits the Scot quite hard. The Kenilworth hits and goes down quite handily.
A gun carrier just got knocked out.
Does avoid the frag. Good hit there on the conscripts.
We're losing a capture point.
Conscript squad does get suppressed. Do now have the Sherman tank on the build queue for yellow. Another T-3476 on the field for blue. The Allies have took quite a bit of losses so far, but they still have plenty of VPs to work with and fight against. After this sector here, you have the Jaeger Infantry here, and does take up the 50 cal emplacement. MG34 sitting on up. Does a smoke grenade onto it, very nice. Does get the captain's suppressed, however. Incendiary grenade onto the guards who are bracing dirt. Oh, Jaeger Infantry picked up a PTRS. Don't think that was a great idea. It's an anti-infantry weapon, or anti-infantry squad, and it has an anti-vehicle weapon now. Falls back there. He got one pen onto that T-476, doing hardly any damage. You now have something being summoned here. What it is, I'm not sure. Major artillery looks like. Has Bozers pushing forward with a Panzer IV. Double M1 gun in this area, bar riflemen in front of him. One does get decrewed. The other one's gonna hit now. Pathfinder's maybe picking up the other M1 gun. T-3476 force back the Volks. There's a frag grenade there. Our squad needs to start falling back. And we also got some Panzer Commander artillery being summoned there. So there's 83 missions left over. May destroy the AT gun, but does. Shrimp tank deployed on the field. Of course, the Okudu Panzer IV has taken some damage, but I think it still can withstand 3 shots. Maybe not. Bullets on out of there. Force fire the ground there, unsuccessful. Force fire the ground there, unsuccessful. Force fire the ground, 1 was successful. Shroom Pioneers does decrew the Zis gun. Yellow's going for another Scot. Trying to destroy the AT gun. Though does not donate any Victim Warfare to his opponent. Conscripts over the forward. Could merge onto the AT gun wad. Goes to the reaction squad are trying to capture it. Or no, they're repairing it immediately. Does take out the T-476. Bounce there. No button. And I think I heard an AT grenade. That damage may have been an AT grenade. Does it get pinned there? Throws a smoke. Aircraft says hello. This gun, barrage in the MG34. Looks like a small splash out there, nothing too significant. That was much more successful. Most grenadiers hitting the guards who are behind a tractor. Did not replace the PTRS, which is a good idea in my opinion. It has a bit more infantry now without it. Does throw a frag grenade there onto the guards. Blue's going for another T-476. I think an S-35 would be better. Great shot there from the OKW Panzer IV. Yellow's pushing forward with the Sherman tank. Has all piercing rounds loaded. Good shot there. We do now have the paratroopers, which is the 3 pushing forward. M1AT gun sitting on up. Saber rounds could be very nice right now. Does activate Saber rounds. Another Panzer IV pushing forward. There's a pen there. Nowhere near enough munitions for the P-47s. Sherman tank's falling back, just simply knows he's just outnumbered. Does take a pen there from Cannon Warfare, double for Cannon Warfare pens. Rolls a miss there. Sherman tank gets a good hit there and goes down to the Cannon Warfares. Wait, weren't there more? I thought there was 2 squads there. Maybe mistaken. Rifle squad takes a bit of damage there. T-476 push forward. Red's okay player. Panzer IV is at full health at the moment. US player Paul should go for Jackson next. Oh, does get a squad right there on the Volksgrenadiers. The other one's trying to fall back there. Hands forward, straight forward. Prioritized fire turned on, rolls up bounce there, throws a incendiary grenade there. Looks like a marked target. Oh nope, it's a button. Got those 2 abilities mixed up. Marked target seems so common, I forgot the fact that he doesn't have in this doctrine. Prioritized fire turned on T-34. Receive the pen. This gun does not get an angle. We do have access deployment of for the fatherland for these forces there, aiding him. May get a good shot there. They're really stacked up. Taking quite a bit of damage there. I think that's one time he's trying to get the with AT gun. Does take a pen there. Panzer IV is way too wounded, just fall back. Magenta now has his key target point field. He does have the he's great Bolton. Good shot there, leaving both down to 1 man. Smoke barrage there to help cover the Panzer IV. Make sure to retreat back more northwards, either way. No, oh, got a couple snares here. King Tiger looks caught up on his teammates, Cannon Warfare. Misses there. Does get a good shot there.
We're at 200 points.
King Tiger pushes away forward. Rolls a miss there. Ooh. King Tiger one-shots that squad. Or maybe not. 3 kills. Either way, it's squad wipe. T-476 on the build queue for blue. He can combo it with the precision bombing run. Ram into explode. This gun is a good shot there. Quad half track avoids a shot there. Our squad can throw a frag grenade on this squad if he so chooses. Scott trying to hit those Cannon Warfers. Bill has enough for a Jackson. Really should go for a Jackson. It's good pen there from the flanking AT gun. Hands forward, push way forward. Gets a hit there onto the rifleman. Combat blitz on out of there.
Just got a report of an infantry unit.
Does get a wipe on that retreating squad with one last shot. Very nice. He threw our 76 is pushing forward. He did block his own Panzer IV's escape with his King Tiger. So you can blame yourself for that one. Smoke run being summoned right here. Does lose it. Heard something explode over here. This Panzer IV goes down as well. Smoke run gets shot down. Now we're pushing forward. Volksgrenadiers advancing. Gets a bit damage to these squads. Discard. Oh, ramp. Into bombing run. Has engine crit. Bombing run summoned. Looks like right around here. It's coming this way. No, that's a smoke run from this aircraft. And the bombing run does destroy the squad behind it. Force fire the ground. That's a main gun destroyed crits. And gets another engine crit. Force fire the ground there. Looks like lands underneath. Bounce. AT grenade. And goes down to an M180 gun.
Heavy armor has been lost.
Arc squad and paratroopers pushing forward. Looks like almost all the armor's dead on the map. Only got one T-476 in the field. And one Scott Sherman tank on the build queue. Nothing for Magenta, nothing for Red. Red has a massive stockpile of resources. Does not have Panzer authorization, has mechanized HQ in the field, so should be able to get King Tiger soon, just needs more manpower. Magenta right now does have his sheer Panzer IV still alive. Probably Panzer IV would be the best option. But it does have mechanized HQ, so Super Foods could be nice. I think Virgo Panzer IV would probably be a little bit better. The Volksgrenadiers do fall back. As commander on the King Tiger there. Paratrooper dropped on in right on our face. Race start, but not on the point. Minesweeper push way forward, maybe. Yep, maybe just poor control there. Plus, he has a bit of negative cover there, and does find the MG34. He may get pinned before. Yep. Before decapturing the point due to the suppression and negative cover providing more suppression. King Tiger push way forward. Good shot there onto the paratroopers and gets another hit there as well. Double light. Oh no, that's. I thought that was the Ziston barrage ability. No, it's the Sabos. No strafe support so far this entire game. Nowhere near enough mission support as well. I'm just trying to capture the central VP. Good pens there on the King Tiger. Smoke run there. Got a good hit there on the Major. Frag grenade there on the Captain MG34. Another frag there as well. Our squad now falling back. Good hit there on the Rifleman.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
As Woozer is starting to fall back. Double T-3R 76 firing away. Conscript squad, yep, falling back. Need reinforcements and a lot of healing.
We're ready to move.
Salvaging the Panzer IV carcass. Gets 5 full droplets of fuel from it.
Ready for action.
And Magenta does go for a Jagdpanzer, which As much as I like it, against T-2 476s, I think regular Panzer IVs would be just fine. And not to mention good versus infantry. But the Jagdpanzer does have a lot more range and better frontal... actually no. I can't remember which one's on. Frontal armor is better. Good hit there onto the MG. The Panzer IV just has ridiculously high armor, so... why not? Captain does take a bit of damage there. German Pioneers flanking, take a bit of damage there. Goes right for the German Pioneer, the Sherman. Sending on up. Does get a pen there. Try and maybe go for crushes there. He can get some anti-tank rifle grenades off onto it, but it is not. You got a large amount of damage there. If Captain goes down, anti-tank rifle grenade does go fired off from this one.
Tank was just lost.
Allies have 145 tickets. Axis still have 432, so they have plenty of tickets to trade in for some resources. Red could go for a complementary unit. Of course, it doesn't have sheer panzer corps anymore, so maybe go for some Stukas of Foos. He's fighting against the US, who has some static weapons. And not many anti-tanks, so you could actually eye for some Panzer IIs for some anti-infantry. Yellow's now going for a Jackson. Puma could be an option to help hunt down the Scott. It's the M180 gun. His teammates repairing up the King Tiger now. Conscripts the Captain Central VP. Fall back there. Scott fired a shot there, misses, or somewhat splashes there. That looks like a barrage order, gets a good hit there. Producers miss the likes, do back out of the region. Volkswagen take a bit of damage there. Volkswagen take a fair amount of damage there. May get wiped out next shot. Eagle Infantry does survive. Obsassen not doing much right there. Forget about for getting hit by the various artillery as well. Does get decrewed by the Scott. King Tiger heading towards the center of the map now. Over here do have the Captain, Zisgun, paratroopers. Magenta does have enough for another sector assault. King Tiger backing on off. Paratroopers push the way forward. Our squad advancing. Ooh, conscripts got obliterated by the King Tiger. Also gets efficiency 1 now, so it does have access to spearhead. Also got the Boosters there. Another good hit there on the conscript squad. King Tiger does have spearhead active. Jackson try to creep his way forward. And we do have now the Panzer falling back. British barrage running in somewhere. I think Jackson just fired through the hedge line. And the Vaketa workers now falling back away from the Katusha barrage. Yeah, Panzer trying to set on up over here. There's a bush in his way. Scott's get some damage there. Incendiary grenade there. Good light shots onto the guards. Yeah, Panzer rolls a miss there, gets pinned. Bounce there. Volkswagens will get a Panzerfaust off. Yeah, Panzer gotta be a bit careful. It can probably withstand one more pin, but that's about it. Max on fire right, pins down the Sturm Pioneers. Jaeger Infantry and Obstas trying to go to the flank. We have the guards here taking a bit of damage. Does drop a weapon, it is a DP. Captain should go pick that up. Bounce there. Yeah, it looks like Panzer artillery being summoned on that AT gun. Does avoid it. Obslatsen and Volkswagen pretty forward. Panzerfaust there, damaged engine. That garrison's not great. One well-placed shot will destroy the garrison. Does not receive it. Here comes the sector assault, which also will cover some other sectors. Next strafe takes up T-34 76. Volkswagen is getting some good damage from the conscripts. Garrison gets destroyed. That was a bit more high explosive. Got the ML-20 deployed on the field. And got a flare mine there, I think. Paratroopers push way forward, force back the Panzer Fusiliers. Sector assault has subsided. Volkswagen is pretty forward. There's a captain favorite of OKW players. Oh, of course did summon a couple more anti-infantry strafes since the units did get spotted within the radius, or maybe they were just circling around. Hard to say. Volkswagen do get suppressed and force them back. Rifle flare fired from the Panzer Fusiliers, I believe. Get over for some move around. MG34. Lucia, Barraging looks at this lag. King Tiger, Vector 2 rotating to the center. Also, Magenta almost has its own King Tiger redeployed once again. So S-35s and T-34 and Jaxes would be a good idea for all the heavy cats on the field. Magenta just put out his King Tiger once again. It's going to find Fake Rifle Grenade. Does connect. Does get the pen there. Jackson can only withstand one more shot and not die. And one AT gun sitting on up. Gets a bounce there. Got a pen check there. Do not the P-47s being summoned. Yeah, Panzer does get snared. Dagger does take some hits there. Yeah, Panzer out of radius for the P-47s, but looks like we're going down to the T-34-76. Or to the T-34-76. Bounce with the Zis gun. Oh, it was already going down. King Tiger finds your armor of the T-34-76. Looks like barrage the carcass again. Conscripts may eye for double AT grenade, which is not enough versus the King Tiger. Other one is out of radius of the P-47s. Conscripts falling back. Got a single capture or neutral capture at the moment. Last point is being captured by the allies, but they're getting shelled by double King Tiger. This one does take a pen there. One more AT grenade looks like being summoned, but gets annihilated. ML-20, I think I'm for a barrage in this region. As was a Katusha. Does take some hits there. One squad will need to either fall back. The other one can stick around. Does destroy the AT gun there. This one does fall back there. Captain Simon Mac getting hit by the King Tiger. And by the King Tiger. Volkswageners may get wiped out there by the Rex Squad. Rex Squad falls back, but the Volkswageners here. Blue's going for another Zis gun. Blue does not have enough fuel for our S-35. Hands artillery onto the capture of the cannon woofer, and he does go ahead and dodge it. Concepts are on the way forward. No, he has a waste of munitions. He does have enough munitions for another IL-2. AT gun and the cannon woofer fires away, but AT gun's actually decrewed. And of course, got the paratroopers here, constantly being bled off there, being reinforced by this bump. Oh, great shot there by this King Tiger. But it does get double tapped. Captures the cannon woofer. Could take time to destroy the M1AT gun. Rolls a miss there. Magenta Bay just want to fall back and get repairs, so does Red. Even more defensive, get repairs going. Don't need to throw away the King Tiger yet. The Axis players do have the capture in their favor. Keep the first 6% forward. He is bringing the IL-2, and something else being brought in there. He's hold ground. Hold fire turned on. That was a polite mistake. And largely missed. Jackson straight forward. Gets a pen there. King Tiger's turrets rotating the wrong way around. Smoke barrage there. Force fire on the ground. Misses. Handstrike misses. This gun and guards trying to decapture the Citrus VP. Got 4 of the fatherland active by Magenta once again. Ability that you rarely ever see, and now we've seen it, what, twice this game? Ooh, Oblazon takes a nice frag. Grenades being thrown. Or not grenades, Katyusha's being fired. My mind's melted right now. Jaeger entry sprints the way forward. King Tiger getting repaired and up. He does have both repair HQs are pretty close by each other, so a lot of joined repairs. Though they have a lot of repairs in front of them. 2 big cats, needs a lot of maintenance. Particularly the final drive. Jackson now being pulled in field by Yellow. Paratroopers did activate their tactical assault block. Can't speak right now. Pants Fusiliers push way forward. Light rolls a miss. Great shot there from the King Tiger. Almost fetches a 3.
We have lords the enemy to 75 points.
So VHP is still captured by the Axis players. Allies have a double capture against them. Maybe soon be a triple capture. In fact, a triple capture. This is a potentially winning move. Jaeger Infantry also engaging. Volunteers are not suppressed just yet. Got guards now engaging. Combat engineers go down. Volunteers are flanking the Maxim as well. D476 push forward. Jaeger Infantry needs to fall back. They're a little bit stacked with each other, and the allies have back surrendered. As Angrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I was looking throughout the game, I realized I don't actually have enough hard drive space to cast another game. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening.